Hello everyone, this is MJ and you are at my channel called Reading This Life. My channel is where we talk fiction, friends, and fun. Today, it's an update with my Read What You Own challenge. Stay tuned. And remember, before we get started, get a little merry. Give me one of these. I would really appreciate it. 'Tis the season. So I hope everybody's doing well. It's been a little bit since I gave you an update, probably like a week and a half. So I wanted to come in here because I hit 30 books. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So I hit 30 books since November 6th, which is a little bit over a month, maybe 6 weeks. That's awesome to me. That's really awesome. So I'm going to give you a full update as to what I've read since we last met. How's that? Let me get my laptop going and we're going to go through the numbers. Okay, so the last time we met, I left off at number 26, and that was Ankle Snatcher by Grady Hendrix. That was one of those creature features that Kindle and Audible had available. I'm still not done with that series, but I just took a pause on it because you know I had some chunks to read. What I did is this is a group read over at my channel. I got this book last December. It's been sitting, and I finally got to it. It's Babel by R.F. Kuang. This wasn't a white whale, but I was never really in the mood to tackle it. And I posed that question on my Discord, and also, I believe in like a mood pick video that I had, and a few of us got together and read it. And I'll tell you what, when you read with a group, with a buddy, it is so much more enjoyable. I did not expect the reaction that I had to this book. I thought it was going to be dry. I thought I was going to lose interest because of the historical fiction piece. I wasn't knowledgeable about the fantasy either. Now, I think I gave it 3 stars. Let me check. Did I give it 3 stars? But this isn't the first thing that I read. This is the biggest thing that I read. Okay, yes, I gave it 3 stars. So while this was going on, I also finished, let's see, because it is DNF December as well. That's just a little idea that I had. For anybody that may have a DNF out there that they had this year, you want to pick it back up and give it a second try. You know, you believe in second chances, don't you? So I finished The Rum Diary by Hunter S. Thompson. Now, The Rum Diary, it's downstairs on the shelf, but I had 77% in, and I just got bored with it, to be honest with you, you know? So I read it, started it over the summer, never finished it. I said, gosh darn it, I'm going to finish it now. And I did. And it wasn't... It was fun. It's just not my book. It's not my cup of tea. I gave that... Let me get my specs here. I gave that 3 stars on Goodreads. Let's read the review for The Rum Diary. 224 pages, that is. It's a basic review, y'all. Finished for DNF December. Interesting at times. Other times, not so much. Just not my cup of tea. True. There is no lie. So I finished it, and that counts. So let's see. Then it was this BB. This took me like, I don't know, a week and a half maybe. I was just reading it in little chunks. And then I had the audiobook as well for when I was in the car. But it pulled to me, it gripped me in a way that I wasn't expecting it to. I guess I do like a little bit of historical fiction. I didn't say that out loud, did I? This book, I wanted to keep going back to it. I wanted to see what was happening next. And I honestly think it was because of the character development, the qualities of the character, you know, in the beginning, if you've read it, no spoilers here or whatever, but it has that Harry Potter vibe where all the kids, you know, are kind of getting together in the school and they're crossing paths and there's, you know, good guys and bad guys and teachers involved in all of this. So you kind of have that academia thing going on, but there's also a whole other level of intensity that I wasn't prepared for. Let's look at my review. Okay, so I gave it 3 stars because the fantasy aspect of this book on a scale of 1 to 10 is a 3. It's a 3. It's not major, it's not huge. It's fascinating and interesting, but it doesn't have a seat at the table for this book, for me to call it fantasy. Now, Goodreads has it in their best of 2022 fantasy category. To me, it's not really fantasy. But correct me if I'm wrong, fantasy people. Okay. So, okay, it says 3 stars because I wanted a touch more of the fantastical. I wanted more fantastic aspects. Enjoyed how the story played out, very entertaining and thought-provoking. I did not expect the ending. I did not expect some characters to behave as they did. I enjoyed the progression of our main protagonist, Robin. A lot of the themes were really, really interesting. So if you're interested in themes that have anything to do with trade, politics, a little bit of espionage, Babel could be for you. So check it out. All right. Then, yesterday, I started this and I finished it. This is one of my absolute favorite nonfiction authors. This is Brene Brown. Dr. Brene Brown has a fantastic literary catalog. She's written a number of books. Some of my favorites are The Gifts of Imperfection, Daring Greatly, and now this one. This one is really appropriate for me at this time in my life. And if you struggle with self-identity, self-confidence, putting yourself out there, trying new things, like this BookTube thing for me, this really pushed my introvertness, if you will. Because I am a huge introvert. This does not come to me naturally. I say this is my superpower because when the light is on, the light switch goes on and you got MJ, you know. But in my normal everyday life, I'm quiet as a mouse and I read, you know, and I'm just happy. I'm just happy doing my thing. I'm not a huge social butterfly. I often have to recharge my battery after being exposed to a lot of noises, stuff in public, all that. This book tackled a lot of those issues. And I was like, okay, definitely. Oh, there's a bookmark in here. I didn't know. It says, thank you, my friend. But there's a fascinating chapter in here called Speak Truth Put to Bullshit, Be Civil. And it is really, really good. Let me see if I could just read you one little section from that. There's a lot of studies that are named in that chapter, and I really want to go down a rabbit hole to check them out. Let me see. Let's chat with Dr. Brene Brown. Dr. Brene Brown. Here we go. Ready? This is just a quote from another author, a researcher. Someone who lies and someone who tells the truth are playing on opposite sides, so to speak, in the same game. Each responds to the facts as he understands them, although the response of the one is guided by the authority of truth, while the response of the other defies that authority and refuses to meet its demands. The bullshitter ignores these demands altogether. He does not reject the authority of the truth as the liar does and oppose himself to it. He pays no attention to it at all. By virtue of this, bullshit is the greater enemy of the truth than lies are. And that's by Harry G. Frankfurt. Yeah, how about that? But fantastic read, 5 stars. Fantastic personality. Watch her on YouTube. Go to her page. It's just wonderful. And this is A Quest for True Belonging and the Courage to Stand Alone, Braving the Wilderness by Dr. Brene Brown. And that was number 30. Wait a second, hold up. This is post-production MJ here. And I forgot to tell you guys about another book that I read. So the books that I mentioned are in my Goodreads. There's one book that is not in my Goodreads because it has not been published yet. A friend of mine wanted me to read it to give feedback, and I was really interested in reading his story, and it is a work in progress, but he did give me the finished proof in October, And I finally got around to it and finished that book last night. That was the one I finished last night. Brene Brown probably was the day before. Yeah, something like that. The working title of his book is called Lost Sons. It may change, but it's the same author that wrote Company of Bones, the fantasy that I was telling you about that I have. It's basically, he is in the Marine Corps, and talks about his experience becoming a soldier and a warrior, as well as some of his experiences while he was in Afghanistan. And I'm telling you, it is an amazing, amazing book, like 5 stars. I gave him a lot of feedback on it yesterday. We talked about it some more today. So he's still going through the editing process. He's trying to get it published. So I'm just trying to, help out, give him whatever knowledge that I have. So that actually was book number 30. Right now, I'm on the Fourth Wing, Fly or Die, people. I'm only a couple pages in. I started it, I put it down, and I picked it back up this morning. And I'll tell you what, I love the get-go of this book. You are just in it, you are hustling. There are things happening. We're not waiting around for people to show up. There's stuff happening and you need to keep up. So I appreciate that in the book. So we're gonna see how much I can get. I mean, it is holiday hustle and bustle for me now, but I'm hoping that I'm gonna be settling in and really devouring that book. Like, I'm not doing any audiobooks. It's that. My full attention is on Fourth Wing right now because I wanna finish this sucker, hopefully by Sunday. That'd be great if I could do that. Oh man, if I could do that, I would be a superstar. Okay. All right, so that's where we're at. I am in a good place. I am 30 books in out of my 100 book challenge. Let me know in the comment section down below. Where are you at with the challenge? Are you struggling? Are you being a champion? I would be really interested to find out. And if I could be a cheerleader for anyone, I would do that too. Not a real cheerleader, like, come on, people. But, to give you a little boost, to keep you going. That's it. I will link a video here in case you need to crush that goal. Some great tips that I gave last year, okay? All right, everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself so you can take care of others, and I will see you in my next video, whether that be sooner or later. So until next time, everyone, goodbye for now, and happy reading.